we finally get to a book that's actually about invisible supply, Finding the Gifts of the Spirit from Within by Joel S. Goldsmith, who wrote this in 1983, influenced definitely by New Thought. He had had a life filled with amazing healing experiences. His father was on his deathbed and was then cured by a Christian Science practitioner. He was on a ship himself and contracted pneumonia and was cured by an onboard practitioner. So he had some deep experiential ideas here. So he wrote a book and published a book called The Infinite Way that was talking about these principles. But then in 1983, he was challenged by an inability to demonstrate money and to actually make a living in his life. He couldn't pay for his family. Even though in the daytime he was working day and night to heal other people, he had some kind of issue with himself. So he had to dive deeper, to ponder, live, and to flow the principle of supply. Another word for God, for principle, is God. In the dictionary talks about. And this was a pivotal turning point in his life, to ponder, live, and then flow the principle of supply. Okay. The pivotal turning point. He said, one day as I was walking along, the thought came to me that if I really knew God, I would not have the problem. I really believe the biblical verse that says, I have never seen a righteous man begging bread. Evidently, I did not have the right idea of supply. He finally discerns that knowing statements of truth about God and knowing God are different things completely. He comes to realize that God is the very eye of his being, the very eye of his selfhood, the very life within him, expressing through him and by him, and that there is an infinite supply of it that he learns to align with, to tap into and flow. So what my lesson and my takeaway is we need to essentially, in navigating our unretired lives, to find that power, to learn about the many gifts that life has been given to us, already given to us, learning how to receive them and about giving back in creative ways that continue the flow of good, the giving and the receiving. And this is about tapping into the law of infinite supply. So stay tuned for what's next. There's another book that kind of deals with it in another way by a very, very interesting person named Connie Sway, who I got introduced to by my dear friend Rick Moody, about the inner work of age. That one of the things that a lot of times we're not aware of is that our unconscious life has some dark shadows that have to do with limiting thoughts about our own aging. And different ways that we project, and maybe we would still try to be young and we don't face the fact of our body aging and facing death, and we don't, there's some ghosts in our past that we have to bring to the forefront of our consciousness so we can deal with them and live fully. And so we're going to be talking about that and introducing the amazing inner work of Connie Zoeg, navigating her life and work, learning more about the shadow and what could be holding you back, and moving from being just an unaware senior to a conscious elder, and discovering to tap into your invisible power through shadow work. She's a student of the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, who talked about his whole unconscious depth psychology. And also, she's influenced by Ram Dass, the amazing Harvard person who talked about, who essentially became a guru. He went to India and got transformed during that whole, experimented with drugs and all that stuff, LSD and all that, and shifting from role to soul. The soul is this higher another word for God, another way for spirit that is always within you to be discovered. And that's, in this whole feeling, that's the real you, the essential you, which is the spiritual you as well. So I'm going to stop my share here, and I hope that I'm making some kind of sense to you, and that I'm not too woo-woo for you. But those are things that have really profoundly influenced my life, that I'm practically applying to my life, and that's showing up in what I do with New World Communications. So if I'm making any sense and you really want to know more, subscribe to my channel. There's a button down here. I think it's on this side, a button down here to to subscribe. And at the bottom on my player here, you can give me either a thumbs up or even a thumbs down. I'd love to respond and make a comment. What's your why? How are you navigating? What are some good ideas that I might come up with that can help you navigate your unretired life? The issue is that most people, more than half the people that are retiring at age 65 or plus, don't have enough money to live out fully and the rest of their 20 or 30 years of their unretired life. People are living longer, and we need to live longer and gainfully and fruitfully. And this is just the beginning of a whole new journey that I'm helping you travel down. So thank you so much. And I look forward to working with you. If you need to talk to me, you can text or email, text me or call me at 206-920-8067. You can email me at support@newworldcom.com. You can visit my website at newworldcom.com. Go to my contact us page and even request a complimentary Zoom call with you and key members of your team, or just with yourself. I'm interested in listening to you, learning from you, and translating that into the whole gift of you navigating your unretired life in a really cool way. And also bringing in other generations into this, particularly with climate change. We all have to work together. We have to take climate action here. And we need all the skill and joy and heart that we can muster here to do this in a really great and timely way. So thank you. I look forward to working with you.